For ACUSports.com, I'm Chris Macaluso, and joining me this afternoon is assistant track and field coach in charge of distances is Jarvis Jelen. Coach, it's great to see you again. And my first question to you is just what are your distance runners focused on between the end of cross-country season and the start of the indoor campaign?
Yeah, I mean, really the time in between after a little bit of break after cross country is just focused on building a good foundation for indoor a little bit, but really just for the entire track season and for outdoor. And indoor kind of serves as building block for outdoor. Will be a little bit less of a focus for most of the student athletes than outdoor.
When going into this indoor season, you get a couple of names back on your women's team, and there's still going to be some student athletes who still won't be competing because they're redshirting for the opportunity to compete at nationals next year. Can you give us an update as to who's coming back to the women's team this indoor season and who will continue the redshirt?
Yeah, we'll get Michaela and Carnley back this indoor season, which we're really looking forward to. Carnley will hopefully be running outdoor as well. Michaela will be indoor only. But we're excited for those two to be leading the charge on our women's team. We don't have a lot of depth this year because of redshirting Ellie and Diana and Gabby in indoor season, but Michaela and Carnley will be really solid to get back, and we're excited to see what they can do this indoor season.
And will there be anybody from the men's team redshirting this indoor season?
We'll have some people that won't compete in indoor. Technically, they'll be redshirting. I don't know if many of them will be coming back for a fifth year, but we're keeping the team a little smaller for indoor. Some of those guys will compete in some of our home meets outdoor, but a lot of guys will just be training through indoor, and we have a lot of young guys and guys that need to continue to develop before really focusing on running races at this point. So we'll have a good group of guys racing this indoor season, but we'll also have a pretty good group just training.
Your women's team scored a lion's share of the points last year, did exceptionally well. The men's side, indoors last season, didn't do as well. So I'm kind of interested to hear from you, what are the goals for each of your teams going into the indoor conference meet or just the indoor season in general? What kind of steps do you want to see each team take? Because especially for your women's team, it's going to be tough to duplicate that number of points with only 2 returners.
Yeah, we're definitely not expecting to score the same amount of points for distance on the women's side. We don't really have a middle distance crew at all. We're mainly relying on Michaela and Carnley for points in indoor. They should be able to pick up pretty good points between the two of them, and it should be successful. We're looking for some of our young people to just continue to develop and for our red shirts to continue to get in better shape and have some good races unattached and prepare for next year. On the guys' side, we're really just looking to continue to move forward. We have a young team and an inexperienced team, and we're not looking for big points or anything in conference, but looking for just successful performances and continued progression. And I think we could do really well and have a lot more depth than last year and have a very solid men's team. Even if we don't score points, we could have some guys run PRs and develop and consider it a really successful season on the guys' side.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for your time. We wish you and your team nothing but the best of luck as you guys start your indoor season, which is going to begin this Friday and Saturday at the Texas A&M Team Invitational. It'll be the Wildcats taking on squads from Texas A&M, Texas, and Stephen F. Austin, among several other schools. For Assistant Coach Jarvis Jelen, I'm Chris Macaluso saying, go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.